Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
What's up, Eric? How you doing, man?
Man, it's been a while.
I know, man. It's been so long. I can't even remember what the fuck we did, man. What do we do?
Oh man, back in the day, we did our short film together, man.
What's
Got
what?
into a festival, the Failing
Oh
Upwards,
yeah,
man. That
yeah.
was
Failing upward,
yeah, it was
failing
like
up.
6 years ago.
I'm like, what the fuck was it again? I'm like, I know you, but I'm like, what the fuck did we do? That was a, hey, that was a solid piece.
Man, thank you, and big props to you for playing the straight man because I know usually you're more of like a take charge kind of like comedian, so you just kind of had to sit there and watch everybody else be crazy. But it was cool, man. It was fun.
Well, I like being a straight man for sure. But wait, are we doing it? Is this happening now?
Yeah, it's happening now, man.
Oh,
Welcome to
I,
Make Your Own Fun. I'm here with Jason Ritchey, man. We're going to talk about your stand up. We're going to talk about your short films. We're going to talk about all the stuff you got on YouTube, man. I was just watching some of it this morning and I was like, it just kind of reminded me, like we were talking about the short film and about like a couple of years ago. And I first started watching that stuff and I will never see Skittles the same way. Like when I saw you just being like, oh, you want a couple? I'm like, oh my God, I have friends like that where it's like you have to be so anal and be specific. And they're like,
petty.
you want a few? If you want a few, man, say you want a few.
Yeah, it's
You
petty.
want several or some? And I'm like, oh man. And they have like a whole bag and they're just sitting there with it. That was
Very,
great.
very childish. But I used to be like that though sometimes. Though I ain't gonna lie. I like Skittles.
Yeah, man, they're good. Oh man, I saw that old stand-up clip too where you were standing with the mic on stage and the lady in the front row had the camera, and even though the stuff you were saying to her was funny, is like her laugh got higher pitched and
I,
higher pitched, like as she
I
was going up a ladder, she was like ha, 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 ha. I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna explode.
love them. I love them shows, man. I had one where this lady sound like a dolphin, and one of them. Oh man, it was so funny. It's so distracting, but it's like I love it because they love it so much, and it's like they
Oh, they're
laughing.
in it. They're totally in it. Whatever you're doing, they're just, they're focused on you. So you're doing everything right. So,
But
but
it's
you're
so
right though. You don't want to stand there and be like, she gonna be okay.
yeah, weird for everybody else though, because you want to be like, shut the fuck up. But it's like, I appreciate the laugh. So I'm just like, nah, we going to enjoy this dolphin, this porpoise for the evening. What you talking about?
Oh man. Whew, so catch me up for the last few years. What's going on? I mean, you're in Chicago, right? And you're doing
I'm in,
shows
I'm
out
in,
there.
I'm in the Midwest. See, I'm from Chicago, but right now I'm in Indianapolis. I play back and forth between Indianapolis and Chicago. So like I'm generally just touring the Midwest for the
Uh-huh.
most part because due to COVID, like it's been
Oh,
weird and shit. So like I don't know where I could go exactly and where I can't. So I'm going wherever they say I can go. And so I haven't been in LA for a minute. I've been back and forth like around, like I've been like to Dallas and Vegas, and I've been to LA, but like I haven't. It's been mostly touring the Midwest, and it's been a lot of to much success for me. It's been pretty working out pretty good. Filming some sketches and working on other projects. Like you were talking about with the short films, like we finished up the Fist of the Wasteland. That was a really
I saw
exciting.
that trailer. That trailer was crazy. I was like, this looks like 1970s cheese, but like in the best way.
It was yeah, it was like a kung fu sci-fi, uh, and I played a villain, the Duke, or he called me Puke. I think I don't know what my official name is, but uh,
I mean, that had to be so much fun to
it's
make.
a lot of fun, man. And
Like,
like,
you
fortunately,
can't be over the top too much in something like that.
it was great. It was like it was a good chance to cut loose, and that what, unfortunately the production was halted by COVID once again. So a lot of stuff got cut out of it because it was supposed to be like a full length feature, but it's only about 26 minutes is the edit right now. So they've been showing that at different film festivals. So you got an opportunity to see that at another Hole in the Head film festival. I think it's online. I don't know if you can still see it. I'll send you the link and see if you can
Okay,
still.
cool. Yeah, that's
Uh,
awesome, man. I'm just so glad because so many people the last 2 years, it's like, what can you do? You can't do stuff on location. I mean, me
mm,
myself, I did a lot more writing. I did like one short film, and we just used Zoom to do like a murder mystery. So all the brackets were all the suspects. That was kind of fun. We got that into some festivals, but for the most part, like last year was like a wash. Just
yeah, man,
did
shit
you just
sucked.
hunker down and do a lot of writing that time, or?
A lot of writing, and then like there, as it like it started opening up like last year, during the summertime. So that was it was cool, but then it shut back down after the summertime more or less. And so I couldn't really get with like the Zoom comedy shows. I did
It's hard,
one.
right? Because you don't get the feedback, the reaction. It's like a dead room, right?
Weird, man. I just watched the Crack 'em Up. They do Crack 'em Up Thursday at the Comedy Store. They just did a virtual show in the metaverse last night, so I had to see that because the comedians were holograms and the people were avatars. So
That's kind of
it,
cool.
yeah, but it was good because like you could actually hear the reaction of the crowd, so that was
Oh,
cool. But I didn't get to participate in anything like that. I did like I recorded some stand up whenever they allowed me to have a live show, and then I sent it to people, and so that they could use it for whatever. But it was very limited, and yeah, film and stuff, writing for sure, and yeah, like I really just spent that time getting my credit up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, that's what everybody did, man. It's like everybody, like I was just talking to this lady the other day who was like a self-help guru, and I just said, like, at the end of the day, everybody was just kind of faced with themselves. So they're like, man, what did I do before I had access to the internet and all these people? And you just stuck in, and you're like, well, guess I'm gonna catch up on those DVD bonus features. I don't know.
And like it wasn't a wash for me. Like I'm gonna do something positive. Like no matter what it was, like I just that credit just happened to be one of my things. But like you should have been able to get some shit done in 2020.
I
But
did. I did a lot of writing, man. Like I'm starting to see the fruits of it now, but in a way, it's kind of like I probably wouldn't have had time to do that stuff and just stop everything, because work stopped, everything stopped. So
yeah,
you have that time, but like stuff I had planned earlier in that year to do later in that year, it was like it
man, it
hadn't been.
started off so fucking promising
I
too. Like
know, man.
it, this is it. But 2021 started off ended up pretty good.
Yeah, we're finally getting back to
Yeah,
normal.
it's trending in the right direction, and I've been able to be productive, way more productive this year. Get back on track as far as doing a lot more shows and stuff like that. With the restrictions, they finally figuring out what they want to do with their life. But everything's
Man,
everything.
you got to tell me because I haven't done stand up in a while. So, what would you say is the biggest difference between like 2019 doing stand up and like 2021 with, I mean, there's masks and stuff, but like when you're doing shows, do they have people spread apart, like tables like 6 feet apart?
They did at first, and they was like they were trying to make it to where people couldn't sit with people they didn't know, and they didn't sell.
Nobody's hooking up at the show.
But it was
Nobody.
like, but it was another form of isolation in the show because like they weren't selling single tickets. You had
Uh,
to
were
buy.
you, were you not able to sell like CDs and t-shirts or anything like that?
You could still sell merch, but people couldn't. I was just saying that they couldn't sit with like people couldn't sit with a random person. Like they do that at comedy clubs. Like if it's full, like they'll put you at a table with some random people, but like you know, it's kind of cool because you get to laugh with somebody you don't even know. You know what I mean? So and it's a shared experience. So it don't even matter that y'all don't know each other. Like y'all just laughing. Yeah, but that's not a thing that was able to happen. And then afterward, like it was, uh, you know, it was during that time too. It seemed like they were booking less headliners too. So like they had to book Kevin Hart like a billion times, you know, like
Oh, they got to bring in a name to bring in the people.
yeah, and they charging like $50 a ticket. It was something ridiculous because they got to recoup for all their losses. And I'm like, damn, man, this is
But
what
they
it is.
have to know that there's the super fans or the really wealthy people that are like, oh, only $50 to see Kevin Hart. Take my money, take it
And
twice.
so, and that's what they know. So I'm like, I'm not mad at them.
It
You
just
know what
sucks for everybody trying to get in, you know.
Yeah, somebody like me who like was more of a featured level. I'm a host feature, and I'm more moving, trending in the direction of headline. I've been doing more headlining lately. That's another thing that's been working out for me. So I've been doing like more longer sets. So that's been good. But I'm not mad at that because it just really made it kind of weeded out the people who don't love comedy, who kind of taking up space. So it was good that like, cause somebody like me, I've been doing it ever since like I had to do it for free. Then you go to somewhere like LA and you gotta pay to get on stage, which is
Oh,
like
pay
what
to play, man, pay to play.
that shit ain't even part of the game. But however, yeah, like
So
I love it.
what's your average set time now? Like 15, 20 minutes or a little bit less?
Yeah, at least 15 or 20 minutes about like yeah, pretty much. Uh, but like I said, I've been doing a lot more 30 and 45-minute sets.
Wow, that's it. That's a headline set for sure.
And so yeah, so I'm realizing not to say it's getting easier, but it's like I just got more material, and then when I realized when they say come headline, it's not scary or nothing like that. It's like, oh, and I really start to write down all my material, and I'm like, damn, I got more than 45 minutes. Shit, what am I gonna like talk about that night?
But
It's time to
also, I mean, you've been doing it for long enough now that I'm pretty sure that when you're up there, and you know, it's different people every time you do it, like a different crowd. So I mean, you might have some regulars that come, but there's going to be those people that are just like, make me laugh with the arms folded, you know. And then it's like, you know, your what do you call your A material? It's like you try to spread it out, but it's like at some point you maybe you got to front load it because you got to get their attention, you know, and you got to hold it.
I've just been telling a lot more stories lately. That's been my focus, to tell more stories about my life, like real stories, instead of like so much just trying to structure a joke. You know, because it's like the more you tell, for me, the more I tell the stories, the more shorter and concise it becomes, and then the joke reveals itself more or less because you find out what people are laughing at, and then you cut the excess.
Right.
So I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with it now when I'm just looking to seize every opportunity I can to get on stage, honestly.
Well, and it's like you've been doing it long enough too that it's like it probably just feels like you're having a conversation with the audience, basically. Like,
And it
here's
should be,
me, here's what I went through, here's
yeah.
some crazy shit that happened like a week ago, because that's always in some kind of routine, right? Like, man, this crazy shit happened to me a week ago. And then it's like, but they know pretty much right away if you're just trying to pull a character or if it's like, okay, well, 50% of that probably could have happened, so I'm gonna go along with what he's saying.
When you get that willing suspension of disbelief, then it's like, all right, I got you. Like we could talk, we can do goofy shit now. Like I really want to
Oh
do.
yeah, yeah. Once you got him,
Yeah,
they're
I'm like,
yours,
let me.
man. Once you got him.
Uh,
So take me back, man. Like when you were a kid in school and you were just starting to think about do stand up. Like what's like some of the early albums that you listened to, or comedians maybe you saw that when you heard their album or you saw them on TV or whatever, that you were like, man, I want to do that. I like that. That sounds pretty cool.
for sure, I watched. Well, as a child, my grandma, she always put on like Johnny Carson, fucking Red Skelton and shit like that. But like uh, me, what I kind of run into personally growing up was, of course, like in Living Color. I was a super huge, fucking big, tremendous Jim Carrey fan. He
Did
had
you
a
ever
post.
hit anybody with a stuffed sock from like Homie the Clown when you were a kid? I think like so many kids got in
Only
trouble
siblings.
because they were like, "Well, Homie the Clown did it, so."
Only siblings. Only siblings. So I
All
wouldn't do
right.
that. There was a motherfucker going around Chicago that had like rocks in the sock doing that, dressed up.
Oh, and he was probably like, "Hey, if Homie the Clown did it."
Yeah, like he was like on some crazy shit though. So yeah, we had to watch out for Homie the Clown. But
So many people got their start on that show too, like James Fox, Jim Carrey. Yeah, Jim Carrey. Oh man, anybody with the last name Wayans?
yeah, and it was a blessing to be able to get to like work with a lot of those dudes. Like I'm not saying I made a movie with the Wayans, but like they had a thing like when Vine was happening, like a production thing called like What the Funny, where they had a lot of young comedians making videos together. So we would be always interacting with them. And then I was doing the In Living Color audition back then too, when they were trying to bring it back.
Oh,
So
that's right. I forgot about that.
it,
Okay.
like motherfuckers was on the show, and then they was like, nope, we don't want this show no more.
Well, let me
But
ask you about this too, because I've noticed, and there's no slag against him really, but like
not
Damon
not
Wayans Jr. has become like really popular. It's to the point now where when I see him, I think of his dad. So I almost feel like his dad's not getting some of the work because people are just gonna cast Junior because he's cheaper and more
uh,
portable than his dad. And I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. But hey,
he's a
Junior's
lot.
getting the work, you know?
He might, and they might be on the same level. I mean, well, not on the same level, but like they're very high dollar probably. But like he's a good dude. I've come across him. He ain't never been mean. Nobody I ever heard of. And he been nice, and he's very talented, super freaking talented. So I can't take nothing away from that. He deserved everything he got, and I and he's clearly a different person.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. He's not his dad. I know.
They definitely do different comedy. But you could see that he was definitely influenced and taught the right thing. So that's cool.
You know, I was gonna say I call this one of those fuck
That's a
COVID.
positive nepotism thing, if anything. He
Hey
actually,
man, whatever you get your foot in the door.
that's a kid that's one of them Hollywood kids with talent.
Oh yeah, yeah. So let me ask you, like, I call these things kind of like the fuck COVID category because right before and we were talking about how 2020 started off so good. I think it was right at the end of 2019. Eddie Murphy was starting to make his stage comeback and he was doing promotion. He was on Saturday Night Live and then he was like, "Get ready for my summer tour. I got Mooney writing me jokes." And then it was like,
Oops, sorry.
yeah, like he I don't know if he's just waiting for 2022, but I was like, everybody was so excited. Like Eddie Murphy's coming back. He's gonna tour. He's gonna do new material, and then just because of COVID.
Uh,
Fuck. It's just
yeah,
one of those things. But he said though too, it's like I have to work really hard, and I do private things with and people come to my house and tell me if I suck because he hasn't done it for so long. And
yeah.
he's like, I could go up to any club and get a 2 minute standing ovation because I'm Eddie Murphy, but then I got to start telling jokes. And they
Mhm.
can't be recycled shit from the 80s. I can't put on that leather suit from the 80s.
But people
So,
would be hear anything about anything from Eddie Murphy at this point. Like, you know, like that I really think that's all it is at this point. Like you see like people love like Coming to America too, and anything he do, like if he on an interview, motherfuckers all over that shit. If he's presenting an award,
well, he's
we all
such a huge celebrity now, too. I mean, at this
so
point,
I mean because we know he gonna say something funny because he's just a funny person.
right.
So he not obligated to that, but he got that type of pressure put on himself because he one of the greatest of all time. So for sure, he like I don't want to miss. Like that's like Michael Jordan coming out of retirement right now. Like we know he like used to dunk like a motherfucker, but we don't want to see you try to dunk at this age.
No,
We
man.
pretty sure we know you going but no, in this case, stand up is something that's time immemorial, I guess, is what you want to call it. It's something that it's infinite. You could always do that shit. As long as you got a mouth and You know,
And a
you able
microphone.
a mouth and a mind is all you need, man. You see what Richard Pryor did before he passed. So like Eddie Murphy would be fine if he came back. He just put a lot of pressure on himself, probably like we all do as comedians.
I mean, it kind of, you just said Richard Pryor, and it made me think it was kind of sad. I saw an interview with Mel Brooks and how he's going to retire, but
I,
his last big,
that's another person. That's another person who movies I used to watch too. Coming
so
up.
good, so good. But he was saying he's going to basically retire. I mean, he's got to be like 95 or something, but his last big project he's going to do is History of the World Part Two. And we're talking about a guy, he said he went to like 10 studios and they were like, we don't want your movie. It's going to be too offensive. It'll never play in the theaters. I'm like, Mel Brooks gets turned, like, how? And then he said, you know what? I saw what Steve Martin did with Only Murders in the Building on Hulu. And he's like, and they can swear and they can do whatever. They can murder people. They can have music. They can have famous cameos. He's like, I'm going to go there. And he's going to put together like a dream team writers room and stuff. But one of the things that made me sad was he said he wished like Richard Pryor was still around because they used to work together. Like they did Blazing Saddles together. They co-wrote that. And he's like, yeah, man, if Richard was still around, I mean, I'd like to get him in there somewhere. But
yeah, they got a lot of. I mean, but like they got a lot of new talent that need to that they need to take advantage of, or not take advantage of, but
oh
like
yeah, I mean, he was just saying like a cameo because if he had lived, I mean, he would be old too.
Oh
So
yeah, just for the sake of the yeah, I get what you're
just to
saying.
be
Yeah.
like, hey, look, and then 2 seconds later it's gone.
Tribute back to it, yeah.
But I love that story how Warner Brothers wouldn't back Mel Brooks to put Richard Pryor as the sheriff in Blazing Saddles, and he said, "Oh well, I'm not going to make this movie without him. So this is my new co-writer, Richard Pryor, and he got the credit. And man, that movie is still talked about. And then that got him all those movies because he met Gene Wilder, and then they made all those movies together. So, I mean, I love that's basically like a big fuck you, like, oh, he's not going to act in it. Well, anyway, here's my new co-writer.
That's
So,
just that's a good indication that if you actually talented, then it's gonna reveal itself. You're gonna get there at some point, like no matter how long it take, unfortunately. But true talent is gonna shine, basically.
oh yeah, anybody like that burns really bright like that, eventually they'll find their place. And then I like to call it like, sometimes it just takes a while for the world to catch up.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
some people are just on a trajectory and everybody else has their blinders on. And then at a certain point, they're like, oh, I guess this person is funny. And people are like, man, we were telling you he was funny 5 years ago.
That happened overnight. I'm really hoping that's the case with me, man, because I'm like, it's been too damn long. But when you in Hollywood, they look at you and they like, you're so young. You're so young.
Oh
But
man, when you were here,
real
you
world.
probably, I was talking to a couple weeks ago, the Jason Neese, the producer of Umbrella Academy, and like he's already upper echelon or whatever. But it's so funny that people have the same fucking experiences when they come to town. They come to LA, where they get off the bus or living in their car or they're working the shitty job. And he was like, yeah man, our connection, we met at like Burger King parking lot like 11 at night. I'm like, he's like, I don't care if people thought we were doing a drug deal, man. Like I was so excited to be in LA and like get there and like I met my person. And then he's just, I'm sure you did too, man. Like I was like scammed on like headshots, and I wanted into like
comedy classes and acting classes.
oh man, it's a pyramid scheme. Every fucking thing. They don't tell you that when you're because I'm from Ohio. They don't tell you that when you're from the Midwest, when you come out here, that like everything's a pyramid scheme, like everything. Everybody's trying to get their cut from you.
But I was blessed to fortunately get schemed in Chicago before I came to LA. So so I was on the lookout when I got out there.
Oh man, there's this place I went to in Cleveland. You probably had a similar place in Chicago or Indianapolis where I was like, oh, I heard they make movies here and they're gonna have auditions and whatever, and then go to audition. I'm like, man, is this a karate dojo?
Nah, it was some shit called Pro Scout, man. They was traveling around. They were like, we just do an audition. We're gonna put you on. If you make it to the next round, then we gonna get you a
We like
agent.
comedy gladiators or something.
Like it was just so many people that paid all this money, and I was one of them. I'm like, man, I feel so bad that I got my mama to pay for this shit, and we ain't even had that money. Like my brothers and sisters would be so upset with me if they found out that my mama paid for that scam. But but I appreciate that. That was that support in the early stages. Even though that's in the later stages, you like maybe you should find something else. You sure
Have
that's
you
what you want to do?
have you thought about taking a computer class? Yeah.
But now it's working out though. You really got to fight that good fight.
Oh
Uh,
man, but I mean, there's so many like trap doors and things you walk into like that. No one, I didn't know what like Scientology was, and I wandered into the Celebrity Center, and I remember like, is this a castle? Like, why is
I
everybody dressed like a waiter and like with
understand.
an Eastern European accent? What the
I
hell is
understand.
this? Yeah, I walked in there. I was like, not for me. You guys have fun with whatever you're doing, and I'm just gonna muppet my way out of here.
Now I'd already heard about this shit. Not even like the Tom Cruise and Leah Remini aspect of it. It was like I heard because I was going to UCB, Upright
Oh,
City,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it's right across the street from the castle. And they got their people on the street trying to do that stress test shit, trying to see if you mentally weak or not.
Oh, they
And
have that auditing thing too, or whatever.
they just try to get you do a survey and then try to take your ass in there and be like, "You need us. You know that you need us."
For the price of $195, we can get you on your way. And they'll just have the glass look with the bright big eyes.
Yeah, they gonna teach your ass to become a fucking landscaper.
And we don't talk about the big alien in the spaceship or whatever. Is it
We
Xenu?
don't talk about none of that.
So I know you went to Second City, Chicago, right?
Yep, I went
Because
there too.
I went to Second City, Cleveland, and I'm jealous of you because you're the mothership, but the Second City, Cleveland doesn't even exist anymore, man. It's gone.
Damn,
Yeah, I was
that's
there for like 2 years, and they just lost money and they shut it
I
down.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. No, I went to Second City for improv, but like I didn't finish that shit. Like it was some at the time, man. It was some weird shit. Like if you didn't go, and I think they still do this for like they might do this for like UCB too, but like you couldn't like miss more than like 2 or 3 semesters consecutively, or you had to start over or some shit. And I'm like, what the
And
fuck? I've been
you're
doing this.
paying them.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm paying, and I've been doing this shit for years. Like, so, like, I never went to the conservatory, or nothing like that. But like, I received a formal training from them and UCB. Like, I got scholarships at UCB,
Oh,
and
cool.
then once them scholarships ran out, they was like, yeah, now you got to pay us real money. We're not gonna just let you graduate off scholarships.
No
No,
monopoly money here, man.
I don't give a fuck who about none of your talent and shit like that.
Let me ask you this because I had this experience at Second City, and maybe you had that too, or at UCB. But like, I went through the improv classes, the character building, all that. I did that for about a year and a half, and then they had the auditions for the main stage. And
Mm-hmm.
some friends of mine from the class, we went, and then we just, I don't know. I don't want to ever knock anybody, but it's like you're watching people up there, and I don't know what other word to say, but it's like flailing. They're not nervous energy, and the characters aren't landing, and they're not doing the yes and they're not listening. And I felt like it goes pretty well. And then I didn't get picked, or my friends didn't get picked, and that's neither here nor there. But the people that did pick, and you're watching them do like a scene at the show, and you're just like, really? Like, okay, you're gonna go with like, okay, man. And then my friends and I decided like, oh man, it's not for us. And if they don't want us for the stage to get paid to do that as a job, like I'm not gonna just keep taking classes when I know my improv is pretty solid. So I'm gonna go try out for commercials and movies and stuff. And then it was like, like a year and a half later, it folded. So I don't know if that's just like professional jealousy or something. But when you see people that do make it and you don't make it, and then you see what they do, and you're like, really? That
They
would
want
happen to you?
it.
Has that
That's
ever happened to you? You seen that
uh,
where you don't get the bit or the part, and then you're like, you see who they do pick, and you're like,
yeah.
okay,
That's
all
the
right, you're
natural.
gonna go with that, all right, and
That's
then it crashes and burns, and you're like, told you, motherfucker.
I think that's the natural actor's reaction to when that and even a stand up comedian, you be like, okay, that's what they laughing at. Then where do they get a load of me? Like fuck. but, uh, but it ain't no hate, like especially with comedy, like everybody got a different perspective.
Right,
So like you know, it's so subjective. Like anybody you could be funny in a different way.
right.
Than, but like with acting, I mean, sometimes you be like, really? But they clearly just want to type, you know, that they
Oh
want
yeah,
that.
yeah. If they're looking for whatever this is, the shoehorn thing, and you're not it, then it's like the next person is. It is what it is. But man, there's been experiences I've had on stage trying to do a routine or a bit where you're with somebody and they're doing their community theater thing where they don't know that the improv of the yes and all of a sudden they're talking to you, and then they turn to the front of the stage and they're like, and I realized, and I was like, oh, is she just gonna do a monologue? Because I don't know, what are we doing here?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I'd be like with the improv, I'm like, why did they put me with this motherfucker? They just
Oh
fucked
man,
up.
the person that's like a brick wall, and you're like, hey, yeah, man, and then it's like, what do you think? And then you're supposed to be yes, and they're just like, I don't really think anything about that. In fact, I think I'm just gonna have a nap. And you're like, ha ha, nap. That's funny. Like it's not very funny, Eric. Right? It's not funny now. Just
It's
that
not
brick
very
wall, man.
funny
There's
about that.
no give and take. Like you're killing me up here.
You're killing
Oh
me.
man.
But
So yeah, man. So what got you into doing like the short films and stuff like in Chicago and like
that that was the first thing we were doing. Like me and my friend Lance Allen, we were doing sketch comedy. We were doing skits. Like, 'cause we were like, shit, we can make our own and live in color SNL. Cause remember I told you that's the first. Those are like some of my influences, uh, comedically for sure. I watched everything though, but the sketch shows were like a lot of ones that got me. SCTV, and I watched even Kids in the Hall, all that shit. Like, so and I looking back, like I realized like fucking Sesame Street was like a form of a sketch show. And I'm
oh it
like,
is, it's all segments.
yeah, so like, that's just like how my brain naturally thought. So I think we just naturally thought to replicate a sketch show and shit. So the that was like the initial thing I think for me that I was like, oh, I could play all these characters. Like I like playing all these characters. So that's where that began, and then that evolved into the the sketches. But it really started with just improv though, like being in a speech and drama and improv classes and shit. And now I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty easy. Not they come natural to me. Come natural to me. So I don't know. Like,
So I got to ask you the question that I ask anybody who's ever done stuff on stage, which is, it's never pleasant, but have you ever been in a situation where somebody's just like drunk and belligerent and they're a heckler and they just won't shut the fuck up, either whether you got to address it or the security's got to address it or the people next to them are trying to pull them down at the show?
yes, yes. Even at the show, I think most recently I did. I was doing like 45 minutes, and this lady was actually a part of the show, and
Oh shit.
I'm like, you for real? Is you drunk or a crackhead? Like, damn, like you got, because you had to address what the elephant in the room was. And I'm like, man, I actually want to record this so I could see like maybe if how I need to improve. But you fucking interfering because you fucking yelling out during the shit. And I thought you knew better. But yeah, like I've had that on numerous times, even auditions. Like it was a fucking live audition one time, and motherfucker was yelling out. And I'm like, y'all not gonna tell them to shut the fuck up? And we gotta be clean. Y'all gotta police this shit. And they never did. So it's been on both sides of it where like I've been on both sides of it where they've been pretty good. The comedy clubs, a lot of comedy clubs will actually protect the comedian and be like, hey, like they gotta get the fuck out if we say they gotta get the fuck out. But like it's been other situations where it's just like, all right, you gotta tread lightly because you don't know how the crowd might react. And
you don't want them to turn on you, yeah.
Yeah, and it's you got to kind of make people like if you did like what kind of crowd or audience member are you? You come to a comedy show, you ain't want to laugh, like so. We try to make peace with them at the end of it all. Like man, that was that was just jokes, right? Because like they believe everything you say on that stage.
They're like, you're making fun of somebody who reminds me of my cousin. Well, I don't know your cousin.
Yeah, like man, they get so you strike a nerve with people you don't even know, and then it's like you talk to them after the shows. A lot of time, what I like to do if it's like if it comes to that for real, and like what was you tripping about? But like some people were just so irrational, it was just like get
they're
the fuck
just
out.
so trash. They've had like 5, 6 drinks, and they just don't even know where they are,
But I've been in like private, like not private, but like I guess it is that private show. Like it might be like a graduation party or like a holiday party for a corporate show with somebody drunk as fuck, and it's like you can't really tell them get the fuck out because
they might live
you
there.
You in their house or you in their backyard or you
get the fuck out. And like, you get the fuck out.
So it's like you got to try to navigate around that as a comedian, and that's your job. So
some stuff I've seen. It's only it's
just
only like it's only like people at that upper echelon that can get away with it, and I don't even know if I would call this getting away with it. Is like sometimes some of the people that are recording like a show or a special or something for whatever for Netflix or whatever, and then they'll do the thing where they're like, well, what's your name? Where are you from? The person that's being an asshole. And then they say it, they're like, all right, everybody, welcome to the, Mark Dawson show. All right, well, we're just going to wait for him to finish. And they just.
Yep, they never want to fucking do it, man.
But I don't know, man. I'd be terrified because then the people like, working the show would be like, what the fuck are you doing? You can't stop your show because they're being a dick.
Yeah, and
so you gotta be like
that's a host. That's like the host job.
Yeah,
that's the possibility to get them to shut the fuck up for the next comedian so that they have their full attention and it's not unfair to the rest of the crowd. So that's the responsibility of the host to address that and say, hey, respect the stage, everybody shut up,
turn your cell phones off.
And then if that actually happens, it's between the comedian or the club to discern like, hey, this person might become a real threat, we need to get them out of here.
Oh yeah, if they start shoving people and
yeah, they might be drunk. Okay, they're really drunk. We need to get them out of here. Or if they're just offended, whatever it is, they got to get them out of. They got to figure it out in a reasonable amount of time.
Have you ever had to drop a one-liner on somebody if they're yelling or screaming? Drop just like a verbal, just like punch to the gut, to where they're like.
A lot of time it's
like
just
a comeback or something,
A lot of time you like the person with the mic, so nobody hears what they're saying, and it's indistinguishable. A lot of times if they drunk, so you just like, okay, no, and then everybody laugh, and then you go on to the next thing.
Some people have them, some people don't. I think like it depends on the person. Like if they hit a nerve in you and it's uncalled for, like there's a famous story before he was on Saturday Night Live. Somebody was trying to take John Belushi to task.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dude you don't want to fuck with that guy. And so basically some guy was drunk and he wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he basically said something about like blah blah blah, why don't you just go home to your mom? But he grew up with a single mom who worked like 3 jobs or whatever, and so basically he just took the mic and he turned, he goes, you eat a bowl of fuck, and the guy was like and everybody was like,
he got mad,
and everybody was like, then the guy was like, see, I don't know what that is. A bowl
album that flustered, and it's funny
Yeah,
too.
yeah. The guy was like, okay.
Try that someday. Mm,
Oh shit. Yeah, I mean it's tough too. Now there's so many restrictions and there's so many like
yeah,
social lines.
when it gets to like, see, I'm one of them few people that might have I understood, like I ain't gonna say necessarily that was the right shit to do, but I understood when like Michael Richards Kramer ass went crazy. I was like, yeah, I can understand the frustration, but you overdid
Oh
it.
man, yeah, there's a
you
line and a
overdid
wall. It's like, come on, man. It's uncalled for though, you know?
it. You overdid it. But like that level of frustration is where most comedians are at for real. And it's like you got to control that in a creative way, more or less, and tell them. But like I'm still gonna say the worst thing I could think of, but it's not gonna be it ain't gonna be racial, number one, because that ain't even it's a low hanging fruit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it's easy pickings.
Yeah, and then but it just it but but it depends on the situation. I can't say what it is, but it's
Everything's
not
gonna be
gonna be,
different every time.
yeah, it ain't gonna be like no, like it depends on what they saying to you.
Yeah, if it hits you
No,
personally, you
it's
don't
no
know what you're
limitation.
gonna go through that day, you know, and it could be maybe yeah, your cat died or a relative got into a car accident and you just found out about an hour ago and you're just trying to like shut it out and get through the show and then somebody gets up and was like blah, 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 and you're like motherfucker.
I'm like I say this. It's no limitation to how I can respond, but I'm a responding kind.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to mate their
Yeah, like
level of whatever their ferocity or something. But let me ask you this too, because it's slightly different topic, but like material that goes too far, like you don't know what's going to go too far until you're on stage or you offend or don't offend. But I feel like that's what comedy is. It's like the bleeding edge. And so it has to be like right there, or else it's just PG and people aren't going to come out to a club and pay for alcohol for PG material. I'll just
you
stay at
can't.
home with their kids, you know?
It's really like you just can't be saying shit for no reason, like off the wall, like for shock value. Like if you're gonna say some off the wall shit, like it's to the point it seemed like to me that shit had to have happened to you. You
Right.
had to
You went
gone through.
through it, you know?
So it make it you validated by you the only you the only person that can talk about that, because not that you're an expert on it, but like nobody could take that away from you. Nobody could tell you what to think or how to feel about a specific thing that happened to you. So
Like the famous story of
like
Richard
people,
Pryor setting himself on fire because he was smoking crack. And then like a year when he's recovered, and 6 months later, he goes back on stage. He just leads with that because he knows that the press, everybody, the TV shows, they're all gonna want to know. It's like, let me lead with this. Let me be honest. It's fucked up. It's stupid. It's scary. But then I can get on with my life. I can do it, address it. It's fucked up. It's horrible. But I can make light of it because I went through it and I was the dumbass who did that. And then no one else can attack me if I'm bringing it to the surface and leading with that, you know?
and it's only
You know?
and it's strange, and it's only strange if we know that that's not true. Like I can't, like as a straight man, I can't be like I fucked a dude the other day. They gonna be looking at me like you not straight. Now, if you a gay man, you be like, I fucked the dude. You be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like,
Well, and all this controversy about the Chappelle special, I haven't even seen it, but it's like I don't know exactly what he said or how he said it, but it's like you can't just follow a guy for like 30 years and he's saying stuff that not everybody agrees with, and then there's the one thing they don't agree with, and all of a sudden they're trying to cancel him. And I'm telling you, Dave
they try.
Chappelle's going to do a special a year from now, and it's going to be huge on Netflix or whatever outlet, HBO, whatever it's going to be. And I think it's just going to be swept away because it ruffled feathers. I'm not saying whatever he said was right or should have been phrased that way, but I don't know, man. It's like the Mel Brooks thing is you can't say hardly anything you used to be able to say. There's like that line we were talking about too.
You know, there's something like, you know, what's so funny too, like, and it's something I'm beginning to talk about on stage too. Like, I talked to a deaf dude. This might sound strange.
He was like,
Talked to a deaf dude, but he said they don't like being called hearing impaired. He said they like being he like we deaf.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. It's just it's shorter. It's shorter to the point, and you get past it.
but it was something. It was more something like almost to the point like how handicapped people don't want to be called crippled. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like uh it's a different association or something like that. Like it's a different, I don't know, but like we made people like made that up on some, we trying to be politically correct. And the people who you trying to be politically correct for ain't even trying to hear that shit.
No, no, no. It's everybody
No pun
else's
intended.
stupid, man. It's everybody else's guilt over if I don't do this or say this in
That's that.
public, people are gonna judge me a certain way. That's all that is.
Yeah. So I'm like, you
People
know,
shorter than me aren't gonna like address themselves as vertically challenged.
yeah,
It's not,
yeah.
they don't care. They're like, yeah, well, I'm not gonna play for the NBA, but whatever. It's life, man. You know what I mean? It's life. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, you like that's kind of what I was getting at. Is like you've probably done some stuff on stage where you were just like rolling with it, and then like next thing you know, you're improvising, you're feeling the laughs, you're feeling the adrenaline, and then all of a sudden you just come to around that corner, and you're just like, blah, 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 and then you come around the corner, and of the bit, and then people are just like, has that ever happened where you're like, oh, I see, oh, I got to reel it back next time I do this bit?
Um, yeah, because like that's for me, it's mainly because it be weird transitions. Like it ain't no smooth transition. I might be talking about some I don't know, I could be talking about fucking and I could be talking about cookies. Like it ain't no smooth transition. Unless I make it a point to do that. And so if I forget that night to make it connected, then it's like the crowd laugh, and I'm like, what the fuck are y'all laughing at? I'm like, oh yeah, I was just talking about some weird shit. Like, I
Hey,
forgot
but
about
man, if you can do that and then do a callback to the earlier bit, you're a
yeah,
genius. You know what
yeah,
I mean? You're like blah 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 blah, Joe Biden and blah 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 blah, rainstorm and blah blah blah. Whatever. Eating a girl's pussy out, blah 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 blah. Cookies, but Joe Biden is senile.
right.
People are like, whoa,
He said it twice.
holy shit! He said a guy's name twice in 4 minutes. What the fuck?
But no, yeah, no, but it's an art to that though, and yeah, that is the cool science of it. But it sucks though when you say a callback and forget to do the initial joke. I
I've
think
done
every
that.
yeah,
I've done that, and you're like, man, they're gonna eat this out of my hand, and then you do the whatever the punchline is with the celebrity name or whatever it was, and then you're like, huh? And they're like, you're like, fuck.
they like
Like
what the fuck.
as soon as you because you're in that groove, and then like you feel it building up, and then you're like with the mic, and then the people are like constipated, man, what's going on up there?
Drunk. Tell me drunk. Nah. No,
so so what are some crazy experiences you've had like doing stand up? I mean, are there I mean, you don't have to say the name of the venue or the other people that were there like on the bill, but are there places that you were like excited to maybe go and then you did the show and you're like, no, 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 never again?
yeah, it's been a lot of them type of places. But like I've had them crazy experience like with people want to fight after the show. It was like
Really?
some, I mean, it was some bloods that wanted to fight.
Fuck.
about to fight after the show. It was an old man blood that just got out of jail too.
Oh shit.
He was fucking scene. He was creating a scene, and me and my friend was there. I guess he wanted to fight my friend on stage. And my friend was like, "Man, see me after the show, because that's what we do. We'll talk to them after the show and be like, well, why was you cutting up like that? Or what's up? Did I offend you? How'd I offend you?" But he took it as, "See me in the parking lot." And
Oh yeah.
so he got up out there in
You
the
get my
parking.
autograph on your back.
Man, like, "You want to get turned up, young man? You want to get turned up, young man? Because I just got out the penitentiary. I just got out the penitentiary." And it was like all these young bloods around him. And
serious, man.
But they were telling him, like, "Calm down, old school. You know, we respect what you do. We respect what you do." And it was a whole like fucking, I don't know, after school special moment, like where it was like they had to calm him down and shit. They was, "You got a lot of heart for getting up there on that stage. You got a lot of heart." With them typical LA gangsters.
Oh man, but that's the thing. That's like, you just got to do your time, and you don't know how it's gonna land with people. Like you were saying earlier, like one little thing, one little detail, and then it's all of a sudden like somebody's like, "I know you were making fun of my cousin, and he just did time, and you know he didn't rat on my friend, and like so I'm gonna put you in the like, man, I don't know you, I don't know your cousin, I don't know what
But I don't worry.
here."
I don't really so much worry about being offensive though. Honestly, like especially if it's something that happened to me. Now I'm only offensive if you like interrupt the show,
Right.
or you respectful during the show or somewhat in some way. Then it's like, all right, now we about to get your ass. But like it's not it's never to offend. Not me personally. My aim is never to offend. I'm usually wanting to say some. I just want to come and tell you about some funny shit. But you know, when you start talking out of turn, that's when it got to be about you. But
right. And I've seen your some of your YouTube clips of the shows and stuff, and so I know you know how to work the crowd, and it seems like you have like the natural inclination to know, okay, well, this person's gone too far, or you know what, this funny lady in the front row's had a couple of drinks and she's out with her friends and they're having a good time and they're just taking pictures with their phone.
Yeah, because that comes from like being in Chicago, like, and or not necessarily Chicago, just being at clubs, like party clubs, and you know, with bars and shit like that, and recognizing when a motherfucker about to start fighting or shooting. you like, wait a minute, they voices like really elevating.
Oh yeah, they're getting serious. Like the giggles
decibels
are coming out of their voice, and it's more like they're starting to sound like a school principal. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm like, it's too much bass in this man's voice, and there's too much back and forth. Where's the exit? So you can identify that on stage as a comedian. Like I said, it's not even about being from Chicago. It's about just being in these social situations where people cramped up with alcohol, you know, a strip club or some shit, and people start saying, or even when you watch fucking Malcolm X, the autobiography, that motherfucker like, "Get your hand out my pocket," right before Malcolm X gets shot. You like, see, you know some shit finna pop off.
Something's come around the corner. But I mean, also, I mean, you yourself go to clubs and you go to see shows and you go to concerts and movies and stuff. So you know, just on a human level, that that's a release. And
Yeah.
some people that work those 9 to 5 Monday through Fridays and they're going to the club on a Friday or Saturday night, that's a release for them. So
Out the
when
house.
they get those 3-4 drinks and they're just like, you know, it's not so much about you. They're just so happy to be there.
Like a dog that ain't been out for a walk.
They're just, I don't know what to do if I caught the ball.
How's that?
Oh man, so I want to take a couple minutes here, and I wanted to first let you plug all of your, man, you got a lot of social media, so I want to make sure that, you know, we get your website, all that stuff. So go ahead and let folks know kind of where they can find you and reach you and where you're at.
Yes, please follow me on all social media. All social media. It's the same damn thing. At Go Jason R. GOJASON letter R.
That's
on fucking Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. what else is there? Shit.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, that's the
You
big
got
one.
so
Go to
much on YouTube,
YouTube.
man.
Go to YouTube at Go Jason R. And you can see a whole bunch of funny sketches. They got music on there too on Spotify. I'm Jason Ritchey on Spotify. And we got a lot of silly. I got a lot of silly songs on there, and some of the videos are on my YouTube page. So, like I
Yeah,
say,
folks, you gotta watch Grandpa Sauce.
please go watch Grandpa Sauce for the love of God. Like that's so underrated.
Dude,
Need
I
more.
love just, I mean, the outfit alone, but the fact that he has a flip phone, I'm like, yes, every old guy over 70 has got a flip phone, and they're just like doing the exact same thing. They're like suspiciously opening the flip phone. And like,
It's an ode to the neighborhood watch. So if you got a family member that was on the neighborhood watch, go watch that. But no, at Go Jason on everything. And then you can go to championsofthecosmos.com to see the Fist of the Wasteland trailer. Or is it fistofthewasteland.com? No, championsofthecosmos.com to see the Fist of the Wasteland trailer.
that's also on YouTube. Also, that's where
Yeah,
I saw that one. Yeah,
the trailer is on my YouTube page as well at Go Jason R. Make sure you
which is a
subscribe.
great trailer, everybody. Like, if you want to laugh, like I didn't know what to expect, and I've seen it, and I still don't know what to expect from the movie because it's just bonkers crazy, but like in the
So
best way. So yeah, I kind of wanted to wrap it up with maybe if you just want to take a couple of minutes and kind of address people that are like maybe getting into stand up for the first time or getting ready to act in some short films that are younger, and they're just kind of stepping out, and kind of like maybe like what pitfalls to look out for. And from when we started doing this stuff years ago, there's so much more opportunity now.
yeah, they got a lot of more avenues to do it. So like definitely get your social media up. That means a lot to these people for some reason, more than your talent. Not for some reason, it's because they want to see that you can generate some sort of revenue with actual people who are actual paying customers.
Build a following, yeah.
So do that if you can. You see these little kids doing it. Fucking cats are doing it. They making cat pages and they fucking getting 1 billion followers. So, but aside from that, that's for those people that's chasing fame. Like if you trying to get into like stand up, just go do that shit. You gotta keep doing it over and over. Just get on the stage wherever they let you do it at and do it. And you're gonna fail, and it's okay. But average person gonna quit.
What would you recommend that like kids in high school and stuff just kind of get their feet wet by like going to open mics
So
or
high school, as far as kids, like you could do like I did and like go to we had speech and drama class, speech class, drama class, or drama club. Will at least get your personal your public speaking skills up so that you're not scared to talk in front of a crowd.
right?
And if you have an interpersonal communications class of some sort, take that. I took those, just so I could be getting closer to something that's related to TV. I ain't know what the fuck it was. I was just like, I want to do a TV. I want to be on TV. So I want them to be able to say I got all the credentials. I went to school for theater studies at DePaul too. That was a minor. So I took a lot of those theater classes and the formal training, like we had to write stage plays and stuff, like write scenes, like to where you were limited with the locations. You didn't have all these you don't have as money and technology. You in one fucking place. So you got to figure out how
You
to.
got like a room with a table, a chair, and like a
Yeah.
stuffed animal squid or something.
So
Go.
get try to get in all the lame ass plays at your school that you think is so lame, and like that's where it starts.
Yeah, just stage
Like
time, anything.
it's really not that. Like just get involved in things where you're speaking in front of people, and then where you're comfortable, then you can be able to go to a comedy club when you old enough. You don't have to sneak in like I did when I was too
You're like, this
young.
is the only way I'm getting in.
I started when I was 16, so I had to get like
Yeah.
fucking by older comedians who saw the improv and sketch comedy VHS tapes that we was making at the time. And then they became DVDs. But
well, let me wrap it up here by asking you. So what's in store for you for this next year? Now that everything's pretty much going to be open, venues are going to be open 100% as long as this COVID variant with the Transformer sounding name doesn't kill us all. Omicron. I'm a planet that turns into a robot. Yeah.
It's just the COVID fraternity. That's all it is. COVID, Alpha, Omega, Delta. Omicron, Sigma. But no, coming up for Jason Ritchey in 2020, the Fist of the Wasteland will actually be released, I'm sure. I don't know how that's gonna be. Is it gonna be streamed or what?
And that's the way it is right now. If you can't get like a premiere into a theater or a festival, streaming is the way to go. You got that guaranteed audience.
That's gonna continue to be in more film festivals coming up, and then we'll see where that lands in the end of it all. And then coming up, I'm actually gonna start I'm in the works producing a once a month show in Chicago, and then a once a month show in Indianapolis. And then we're trying to take that to more cities, but starting there, that's something I'm trying to work on. And then obviously more sketches. The car series, we're gonna do more episodes of that. We got some more of those in the can. And then more touring obviously is the main thing, more headlining. God willing, like I just want to do more headlining and touring. And finally, I've never performed in New York, so that's like my top of my list. I've been there before, but everything was closed.
Oh yeah.
But
it'll be open now, man. I mean, 2022, you could probably go there next summer and just crush it.
Yeah, so I really want to go and do stand up there, but the stars are aligning and everything is working out, to where I'll be able to go and perform and tour more. So that's the goal, be headlining more, featuring more, headlining more, and do some more, actually get to clubs and theaters at this point. Like I want to do it bigger than I've done it before, and get these scripts, produce some of these scripts that I've written with others, and I want to write more scripts as far as movies and short films go. So I'm really just trying to push to get this stuff on streaming services so people can see all the stuff that I've been doing, and it's not censored or edited too much, and figure out how to make generate some revenue from that. But for y'all, just look out on Go Jason R at Go Jason R on YouTube and all my social media for any updates for all this stuff, because it's coming. And then I'm more than likely gonna end up just making a website so everything is there.
Kind of comes together.
Yep. Because YouTube comes and goes, you can get locked out of it. They're gonna change the rules and say you can't say some shit or put some shit
after
on there.
The fact, right? After you do it, they're like, by the way, did you know that you can't do this?
So I'm trying to find a way to make some exclusive content that you guys can get, and some more merch. So that's all coming up.
Man, big year for you next year.
Lord willing.
Yes. Fingers crossed. But I just wanted to thank you for. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, God willing.
I wanted to thank you for being on the show, man. I feel bad we haven't connected before this, but with you being a couple of states away, and
this real life, man. We humans, like, this is not just fucking everybody just on Facebook all the time, and like, oh man,
what do you take a picture of your lunch? Yeah.
You didn't talk to me today. People hit me up like, you all right, man? You ain't been active. I'm like, yeah, I've been active in real fucking life, man.
Oh yeah, people got to step away from the social media and like breathe and go outside.
But no, I appreciate you reaching out and even having me on this, man. Thank you for giving me a chance to tell people to come see me do some funny shit online at Go Jason R one more time.
But all right, man. Anything else you want to add before I shut it down here?
No, just stay tuned for more from me, and make sure you check out this fabulous podcast that we're doing. that Eric does on a weekly basis. This is
Awesome.
a good time. Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Have a great weekend.
You too, man.
All right. Bye now.
Peace.